Into the Dailies today, second part. I am Sheriff Quadry, flying solo this morning, which means that we've got enough time, plenty time to get your thoughts on the stories in the papers this morning. So we're gonna go through a few more stories for those who couldn't join us or couldn't get their thought heard at 6:15 this morning. So let's take a look at a few stories. FG withdraws contempt suit against Labour. NLC may suspend strike. That's here in the Punch newspaper. And by the way, you can watch on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube. Just type in Nigeria Info 99.3. So let's take another story from the Punch newspaper. Nigeria Niger mega rail project threatened. Over 1,000 trucks trapped. Nigeria Niger mega rail project threatened. Over 1,000 trucks trapped. That's another story here from the Punch newspaper for you today. Let's take our last story from the Punch today, and it reads: Ministerial screening. Senate withholds El Rufai's confirmation over security checks. Ministerial screening. Senate withholds El Rufai's confirmation over security checks. That's from the Punch for you today as well. Now we're going to cross over to the Vanguard newspaper. Let's take some stories from the Vanguard newspaper. We have obeyed judicial orders on Emefiele, Bawa, Kanu. DSS insist. We have obeyed judicial orders on Emefiele, Bawa, Kanu. DSS insist. That's here in the Vanguard newspaper for you today. So here we go with this one that reads: Now, following reports that the Department of State Services DSS has continued to violate court orders, the Secret Service on Monday faulted the allegations. The service has argued that it has obeyed to the letter court orders on the former Central Bank Governor, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, former Chairman of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Abdurrashid Bawa, and the leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Peter Afunaya, Public Relations Officer of the Secret Service, in a long article titled DSS and Accusation of Disobedience to Court Orders, setting the records straight, setting the records right, explain how DSS has maintained and obeyed all the court orders issued to it. That's the story here from the Vanguard newspaper. If you like to read, you can pick up the paper and read further. We have obeyed judicial orders on Emefiele, Bawa, Kanu. DSS insists. That's from the Vanguard here. Let's take one more story from the Vanguard today. Job racketeering at FCC. IPPIS officer admits collecting bribe. Job racketeering at FCC. IPPIS officer admits collecting bribe. It's an interesting one, right? So let's take a look at it, shall we? Alrighty. So here is the story here from the Vanguard. I'll come to the telephone lines in a moment. The former integrated payroll and personnel information system IPPIS desk officer at the Federal Character Commission, FCC, Haruna Kolo, who was accused of collecting money from people to offer them jobs, has admitted collecting 75 million naira from persons on the instruction of the chairman, Farida Dankaka. That's right. I'll take that story again. The former integrated payroll and personnel information system IPPIS desk officer at the Federal Character Commission, FCC, Haruna Kolo, who was accused of collecting money from people to offer them jobs, has admitted collecting 75 million naira from persons on the instruction of the chairman, Farida Dankaka. He also said the FCC chairperson instructed him to send the money to his personal bank account and pay to her in cash, which he did at several meetings in her house. Kolo made the revelation at the ongoing investigative hearing by the House of Representatives ad hoc committee investigating federal ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, parastatals, and tertiary institutions on mismanagement of IPPIS. Kolo said he resigned from FCC, that's Federal Character Commission, on November 2, 2022, to begin work at Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON, but still received salary from FCC on 2 occasions, adding that he reported to the FCC Human Resource Officer, but was told it was not an issue, that it will be handled. Let's stop there for that story this morning, okay? Job racketeering at FCC. IPPIS officer admits collecting bribe. That's from the Vanguard newspaper. Let's go pick up the Daily Trust this morning. Ministerial screenings. Keyamo scales Senate's hurdle after apology. Ministerial screening. Keyamo scales Senate's hurdle after apology. The Daily Trust is where you'd get that story. Kano man injures pap seller's son for refusing to sell on credit. Kano man injures pap seller's son for refusing to sell on credit. That's from Daily Trust newspaper for you as well. We're going to pause here for now. Let's come take your reactions. Again, I'm flying solo. Jimmy Disu is on 1 week rest off radio for 1 week. So he should be back next week, Tuesday, right? Alrighty. So let's get to it. If you called earlier, please, I beg, we'll give other people a chance to call in. Let's just rest a bit. Let's give those that couldn't get through to the show earlier to be able to get through the show this morning and have their say on some of these stories. And everyone has got 60 seconds to share their thoughts with me. You can also drop your comment on our website, nigeriainfo.fm. We've got a chat room on the website where you can drop your comment, or just go to our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info 99.3, and drop your comments on our live stream there. So here we go. Let's start with this one. 60 seconds, please. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Morning to you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Okay, my name is Makari, and I'm calling from Ikoyi.
Welcome.
Yes, as for Jakonde, I salute everything about him, all the work he's done in Lagos. I'm a beneficiary, excuse me, of his work in Lagos, and I'm very proud of him, even though he's no more now. So I support the idea of him being
immortalized,
of Lagos State University being named after him. Then for Keyamo, I see that he's been cleared after the apology. But the Keyamo I know, I believe that he did that because there was something at stake. When he gets that thing, he will withdraw that his unreserved apology. In fact, he will not only withdraw the unreserved apology, he will withdraw the entire apology itself, and then return to himself. But what I'm surprised about it, if I may add this, is that, hello?
Thank you. I have to go now. Your time is up.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me. I appreciate it. 60 seconds, please. Good morning to you. Morning.
Good morning.
Yes, please.
Good morning. This is Joy.
Welcome, Joy.
It's very shameful for this APC government. Reacting to suspending of railway from Nigeria to Niger.
Mm-hmm.
You see how much Nigerians borrowed and they sunk into a rail from Nigeria to Niger, saying because of the economic benefit and whatever. Meanwhile, we don't even have a direct rail from Lagos to the east. So which one has more economic benefit to Nigeria? Is it the one from Kano to Niger, or from Lagos to the east? We are just jokers. We should continue. If you think we are just doing a particular tribe, we should just wait. We should just continue. The other one, Keyamo, he escaped because he apologized. They've seen it. Shame on them. They should continue also. Nobody was even drilled to ask questions on your past records. What did you do?
Thank you.
Let's just see there's no portfolio.
Thank you.
Based on what you have done previously.
Thank you.
Ask them questions.
Thank you for your call. I appreciate it. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning to you. Yes, please.
Yeah, Babaji.
Welcome.
Let me still respond to that rail from Nigeria to Niger.
Right.
I think that would be the single project, the highest single project of the former President Buhari, $1.9 billion US. I've said it here on this platform then, that what will be of economic benefit, even if you construct the rail from Lagos to Ghana, it will benefit Nigeria than the one you construct from here to Niger. And it's been threatened now with that kind of money. And they said there's a time limit of 36 months. They must complete it. And you can see now that we don't have rail leading to Calabar that will connect the people that travel more in Nigeria. At the end of the day, see what is happening now. Let's wait and see. Thank you.
Thank you to you. Well timed. Thank you. Let's see this one here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sherry.
Morning to you.
Our family.
Good. Thank you.
Festus Kiyamo. Did they even bother to ask him the project that was given to him by the presidency then to empower youths in 774 LGAs? They didn't ask that question.
That's what was asked actually.
Was it asked?
No, sorry. They said they didn't ask, but they said that the Night Assembly summoned him to come and answer questions on that, and he didn't show up.
65 billion. We're talking of billion, 65 billion. And they just let him go. Before you know, the Senate president ran down to presidency to go and clear.
So when he came in to apologize, he now explained that the CBN handled that payment, not the ministry. That the CBN sent money to those people directly. There are questions to be. Yes.
Telling the DSS.
Exactly.
I'm very sure of that. As for our late Papa, Jack Conde. Do you know? Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. 30 seconds.
Do you know Jack Conde? My late sister was a neighbor to Jack Conde in Bishop Street in Dupeju. Even you will not even know that the man is a politician. You will see him come out outside the house with that his Toyota Crown vehicle parked there. You will know he was an ex-governor. These are the type of people that we want to rule this country, not all these self-aggrandizement people who want to grab everything.
Thank you.
The Commonwealth of Nigerians.
Thank you.
His name must be immortalized in this country, particularly in Lagos State, where
Thank you, Madam Ife. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, Shay.
Morning to you.
Yeah. Okay, my own take is this number one, rail line to Niger and all that.
Okay.
You know the whole of economic value of maybe turnover anyway. It's just less than $200 million. And these guys are investing $1.9 billion or whatever. I mean, and look at what is playing out now. Is this same country that you want to go and invade, or you want to go and... I think we need to tread softly concerning these guys. Then number two, concerning Papa Chakonde. It's quite a long time for them to have even done anything to immortalize this man. His family does not even need to cry out. They don't even need to do anything. This man, the kind of housing that this man has provided in Lagos State, joined together since 1999, none of these governors, present and the past, has ever done that.
We can all
see that just one out of so many projects.
Right.
So, why should they wait till this time? Thank you, Zero.
Thank you to you. Right on time. Let's be Uche. Uche is on Skype, calling from the UK. Uche, hi. Good morning to you. Hello. Uche, you there? You there, so?
I did hear, Sheriff. Morning, no.
Correct, guy. I do.
I don't try call you since morning.
No,
you don't want my call.
No vex. I don't like you. I don't like you. You are PDP. I'm APC. I don't like you.
You don't go like me.
I not just like you.
I know, say you don't like me.
I don't like you at all.
If there's any APC man will like me, I know now. How you doing, my brother?
I do.
Oh wow, Sheriff, what a country. Sheriff, there's something I always say every time the issue of the past president comes up.
Yeah.
Sheriff, the worst thing that can happen to any country was what happened to Nigeria 8 years ago in the person of Mr. Buhari. Now, multi-billion-dollar rail project to Niger Republic under threat. Just like one of the callers rightly said now, in a country where you have not even, done the same project around your own country. Well, let me not even say around his own country, because it's obvious that man is not a Nigerian. Let's say the truth. Let us say the truth for once in Nigeria. That man is not a Nigerian. Now look at what is going on. Multi-billion-dollar project in jeopardy. And that man is still walking free. if you question him now, people from his region will say, oh, because he's a look, Sheriff. It's a shame that Nigeria may never, mark my word, may never.
Thank you. Morning to you too. Don't vex. Tony is also here. Oh, sorry. Tony's call dropped, so we're gonna move on quickly. Let's take this call, then we go and take some messages. Good morning to you.
That's why I say you should go for ministerial. When you guys get to assembly, they don't even need to ask you any question. They will just say bow and go. You don't need. Which question would they ask you that you don't know best answer? See, I'm ashamed. This Mr. Sheriff, I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
What is going on in that ministerial House of Assembly?
Right.
Don't they know children are listening? They are watching. I'll get to the class sometimes. I'll tell them, because sometimes I teach JSS3 civic. I'll tell them, be loyal to your leaders. Someone will just stand up and ask me, so good, are they loyal to us? Look at that. And I'll just be looking at those children. Hey, Mr. Sheriff, what is going on? Is that how to do a test? Is that a major test? Hey, and they will say, somebody said he went to college 10 years. Like well, Mr. Sheriff, I'm so pissed and I'm ready to jackpot now. Oh, yeah.
You're ready? Okay. She says she's ready to jackpot. Let's look at Tony for 60 seconds and we take some messages. Hi, Tony. Good morning to you. Morning to you, Tony. Welcome.
Yeah. Mr. Sheriff, before I speak my mind, see your dressing this morning, just package it in a bag and DHL it to me. I will send you my address.
Send forward.
Anyway, Mr. Sheriff, I have once said it before that if there is somebody to be called owner of Lagos, it should be Lateef Jakonde. Because at least a few things I read about him, most of all these Lagos State that was created by him. Anybody can prove me wrong. That's one. Then I've always said on the show that no matter who we have as the president, be it Obi, Atiku, or Tinubu, if we don't hold people accountable for their actions, you will see more people will want to go into government because they believe that's where they get free money. If you go on Twitter space, you will see people like, oh, I'm angry with Tinubu, I'm angry with APC because their name was not mentioned. It's not as if they want to serve. They just want to get their own share of the national cake. So I was watching, even before you read it on the papers, I was watching the guy on Twitter while he was speaking at the committee. I was like, can you just imagine how and nothing will happen at the end of the day? So I think until we start holding people accountable, please, where is the accountant general today?
Thank you, Tony.
We don't even know his whereabouts.
I have to go now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Sheriff.
for calling me. I appreciate it. Let's go to some messages now. We've got some that have dropped this morning. We will start with this one here. And this person says, Festus Keyamo seems to always travel on a rough road in his public life, and this is because I feel he still allows some boyish exuberances rather, to take the better part of him in decision making and reaction to issues. Everything is not about activism or gra-gra. That's what Olusoga Ajayi is saying here. Olusoga, thank you. Adegoke in Port Harcourt says, I'm a bit indifferent about the Niger matter. The sudden military insurgents of taking over government in some African countries should be a cause of concern before it gets to our turn, and then we would be concerned. Not taking drastic action against the military junta in Niger and even in other African countries would give the military the confidence to keep staging coup d'etat in other countries. It's a dicey situation here. That's Adegoke in Port Harcourt who jumped that message here. 7:49 right now. Let's take one more from Onye. Onye is in Lagos, and Onye says, the unfortunate thing about the House of Reps probe is that it has always ended without arrest and prosecution of culprits. This FCC employment probe will also go same way. So sad. Onye, it will be so sad if nobody is held responsible, accountable for what's... and it's not FCC alone. if you look pretty well, even at state level is even worse because it's one person. You have to know somebody, and before you know it, you're on the payroll of the state government. Some people may not even be in the state, and they are getting paid, like because they have this political influence in another state, they get paid there. Then the state that they reside and they are political strong person there, or they know somebody there, they get paid as. I mean, look, a lot of irregularities in public service. Hence the reason you see when a new government comes in and they want to do audits, they find plenty ghost workers. Because that's our own understanding of employment opportunity, employment generation, or politics or governance. The moment we are in power or our person is in power, we forget about irregularities, we forget about corruption. We now embody the corruption because we are in power or somebody that we know is in power. It's a terrible situation. Our mindset towards public service, it's horrible. Like horrible. 7:51. Let's head back to telephone. Good morning to you. Morning. You want to call me back?
Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning to you.
Yes. On this DSS, what are they saying? Which one did they obey? Which court order did they obey? Releasing Nnamdi Kanu, have they released him? What are they saying? Only to go and fight there and disgrace themselves. I beg for the real. It's a waste. In fact, let me put it that way. That man was just trying to please his people there. He's not a Nigerian. Do we need a pair of binocular to see what is going on? Good morning, Sheriff.
Morning to you too. Thanks for calling me. Appreciate your time. Okay, let's take this call here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Morning to you.
Ines.
Let's hear you. 60 seconds.
Sheriff, so as arrogant, I'm sorry to use that statement, KM is, KM have to open his mouth and apologize to the Senate. That means they know what they are doing. May God forgive all of them. Good morning.
Morning to you too. That's short and straight to the point. Okay. We've got another call here. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sheriff.
Morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
We can hear you.
This Triple E from Ojo. See, those who hold stones, before they stone people, stone the one that commit crime, they should look at themselves whether they have not having that type of crime also before they stone. We Nigerians were very quick to condemn others, whereas we have baggages at our back. All these people who are condemning Kiamu, condemning these people, when they get there, they will be worse than those people. You should go and sit down. God bless Nigeria.
Bless you too. Thanks for calling me. I mean, you basically just repeated what I said earlier. Let's look at Femi. Femi is on Skype. Femi has got 60 seconds to talk to us. Hi, Femi. Good morning to you. Femi, welcome. Let's talk.
Basically, I'll start by saying, with Mr. Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, I think his history, his story is a history in Lagos State. So we need to really immortalize him, basically, much more than we have been doing, basically. So, and secondly, I would like to talk about the Nigerian rail to Niger. A lot of us are just criticizing the government, criticizing the last administration for constructing the rail. But do you actually know that Niger is basically dependent on us, on our ports, basically, to get things in? They don't have a port of their own, so they rely on us and Benin to be able to ship in things to their own country. So that's what we need to know. We have to look at the economic value of having a rail going to the north, so because it brings us money. So it's not just about criticizing anyway. So we need to look at that. Then lastly, Mr. Festus Keyamo needs to learn to manage his emotions. Basically, it's not just about being there, criticizing, talking loudly, talking badly about people or like criticizing people talking anyhow. You need to know that when you're in the position.
Thank you. Femi, thanks for calling me. Appreciate it. The timer will not let me hear you anymore, but thanks for calling me. Appreciate it. It's 7:55 right now, and my calls have been. Yeah, let's just continue. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. Let's hear you.
What I want to say now is, Alex. Anytime Alex called, she used to say, "I don't know whether these people are listening to us." But what happened between Mrs. Kiamo is telling us that yes, these people are really listening. Because after that appointment, I called and said nobody appointed him, and the Twitter was on fire. So before you know it, he gets the appointment, as if maybe they are listening to us really. They know that if they don't give this appointment, people will finish him. So I want to encourage our callers that we'll keep on talking. They are listening to us. That's what I want to ship in.
Thank you, Chinewa. Thanks for calling, Susie. Morning to you.
Hello, Sheriff. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you so much. Sheriff, concerning, my name is Ben. I'm calling from Eda.
Mr. Ben, welcome.
All right, thank you so much. Sheriff, you are the best. You are trying so much. You are not biased.
Thank you.
Festus Kiamu said that she shifted the thing to CBN. They should probe that and they should investigate it, because talking of 220,000 youths, they gave the job, 20,000 jobs in each local government of the Federation, 20,000 youths that will receive 20,000. It is not a small thing, and I have never seen anybody that say he received it. They should probe it seriously. If he says the CBN should bring the documents and they should tell us the bank. We are living in a digital world. We should know the banks that transfer the money. We should know the people they transfer the money to. The EFCC should investigate it seriously. DSS, all of them, they should investigate this matter. They should not die like that, because I've never seen any local government. In my village, I've never seen anybody that collected the whole federation, each local government, 20,000 youth, each local government, 20,000. It's what we want to use to calm the youth down. And the scam will carry the money, went to America and buy property. And they start telling us, he apologized, we accepted his apology, but they should investigate it. DSS is not their fault. It is the fault of the president. It is what the president said them they would do. God bless you.
Thank you, too, for calling me, Mr. Ben. 7:57 right now. Let's go take some messages, shall we? Yeah? Let's start with Facebook. Adekon B on Facebook says, until they do something about civil servants' attitude, they are the ones that show politicians how to manipulate what, every system. That's why I didn't pity them after they are out of service, saying they are not being paid when they are there. What are they doing to benefit others? So here's the thing, right? The civil service is not what it should be, no doubt. But at the same time, there are great civil servants, like upright civil servants. Yeah, absolutely. With all my chest, I know. Because I've been there. I've worked in the civil service before, so I know. There are really, really hardworking civil servants, great ones, that are still in service today. Only that you can't find many of them. No, you can't. They are in short supply, like rare commodity. But look, we appreciate their service to the country, right? However small they are, we appreciate them. But the civil service really, really needs to be looked into, really, especially states. All right, so let me take some comment on YouTube before we go, because we're almost out of time right now. But not to worry, at 8 o'clock, we'll revert back to the conversation we started at 5 a.m. Sandra Ezekwesili had a conversation with an insider, a doctor, a colleague of the late Dr. Diaso yesterday on Hard Facts. We'll replay just 10 minutes of that interview to you this morning and we'll have a conversation on that. We'll continue with that conversation at 8 o'clock after the news at 8. Okay, so I have this one here from Alfred Opanachi, who says, I still believe connecting the various regions within Nigeria by rail would have been the most profitable before thinking of Niger Republic. That's Alfred Opanachi, who is sharing his thoughts on rail line connection. But, I can tell you something, that there are rail construction I don't know if they are still ongoing, but at least Buhari government tried in a way. Let's go now. We have to go. No, news.
We are more